Hey everyone, and welcome back. The 12th annual International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival returns to New York, and this year presenting a hybrid edition, returning to live screenings and special events alongside virtual streaming. The 2022 edition of IPRHFF is proudly presented by Catalyst Studios in partnership with historical cultural centers that elevate the Puerto Rican community with 5 full days of programming. And joining us to share more is International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival Director Xavier Santiago. Hello and welcome.
Hi, thank you for having us on. Appreciate being here.
We appreciate having you every year, and you are rocking it, you guys. I mean, this event just keeps growing and growing every single year.
Yeah, it's been a massive push, and coming out of COVID, I think it speaks volumes to our efforts. We were hit by Hurricane Maria, and that really impacted our participation in entertainment industry. Many of us we packed our bags, we went down to the island to help rebuild. And get a lot of our elderly family members, including my own abuelita, who was 94, and I couldn't get to her for over a month. But yet, hardcore as they are, she survived and did just fine. But the rest of the island isn't. So since that point, we've been rebuilding, building back stronger. We're going to have 5 great days of filmmaking here, and we're excited to bring it in La Cuna
Uh,
in Spanish Harlem.
So, how are you shooting or actually presenting 75, right? It's 75 independent films
Yeah,
in
so
5 days?
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have our opening night, which will be at El Museo del Barrio, a beautiful cultural institution, and in El Teatro. We'll have Mixtape, which is a great film about a young kid who's moved from New York City down to the island, and it deals with his adjustment and as a musician. And oftentimes we hear stories about our diaspora, our fellow brothers and sisters moving from the island to the States for opportunity, but this is a reverse. And we open up with that night, and then we'll honor we're going to have an announcement very soon with some of our honorees. And then Thursday, Friday, we'll be at Julio de Burgos Cultural Arts Center, and then over to the Museum of City, New York, and then back to Julio de Burgos. So we have chock-a-block, as they say, across the pond, with starting typically at around 11 or 12 and straight through to the night.
Right. So, you're saying Thursday, as in November 10th?
Yep. So opening night is November 9th at El Museo, Thursday, November 10th, and Friday, November 11th at Julio de Burgos, and Museum of City of New York on the 12th, and then back to Julio de Burgos on the 13th. Yeah.
And so, is each day curated with any specific theme?
So every year we try to theme our blocks in a way that speaks to our culture. This year we've taken a different approach, and how we have titled our programming. So we have on one night, for example, we have un perspectivo diferente, which deals with some of our more nuanced or experimental films. Then we have another block, say on Saturdays, like en serio, which is seriously. It can be used as an idiomatic phrase in a multitude of ways. So we have and then we have on Sunday, which is a really fun block we put together called Movies for Minis. And that couples a bunch of our animated films and a film about diversity and inclusion called The Rainbow Prince. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's each block. Yeah. So
No, so here's what I'm trying to, I guess, grasp is like you're doing a hybrid. So, I'm trying to visualize what that looks like, right? So, how do people know where to go in person and what's available for them online?
okay, so if you go to our website, iprhff.org, International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival, just the acronym there, you'll be able to go to our calendar, our schedule there, and you'll see where you can actually, all of our blocks, and it'll take you as a pop-up window to event combo, and you can buy tickets, and you'll see down at the bottom either in person or virtual, and that is how you can purchase your tickets for the blocks. We have our full festival pass, and that allows you full access whether you are watching from home or if you're going to attend in person. And we have day passes as well, and that allows you full access for that particular day. And if you don't want to do that and you want to just see a particular block, support a family or friend who's a filmmaker, you can purchase those individual blocks, whether it's in person or virtual, and it just pops you right out. And then down, you'll see the two options.
So, explain to our audience, aside from the importance of supporting our work, right, how the competition works, because it's also a competition as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So what and again, we elevate Boricua, we elevate Latino, Latinx. The way it works and what makes us unique and different is that you can be a person who is telling a story about the Puerto Ricanos, the culture, the island, and you could be someone from here in New York who may be African American or white, and you could be telling a story about the gentrifying process that's happening on the island right now as a documentarian. Or if you are telling a genre film and you're a director and you have anyone who's in your above the line cast or a head of department. So above the line is your actor, your writer, your director, your producer. Head of department, obviously, you could have your key grip, your director of photography. If you have one of those members as part of your crew, that allows you to be in competition as well. And every year since I've come on board as a festival director, I've tried to be more inclusive and opening up the industry to our talent. And we've had in past years, we've had Paul Sloop from Cleveland International Film Festival, Greg Sorvig from Heartland Film Festival, also Indie Shorts Film Festival is an artistic director, Deidre McDonald for Bronze Lens Film Festival. And this year we have a special surprise, Nicole Castro, New York native, and also Puerto Rican heritage. She lives out in LA and is one of the managing directors of the Holly Shorts Film Festival, an Academy qualifying film festival.
That's amazing. That's oh my, oh my, oh my. And you know what I really appreciate is that you're keeping it all uptown. So you're like revitalizing the economy in our uptown sector, we'll say. Right. So, Xavier, before we go, and I know you're the director, but I want to ask you anyway, right? So, what do you think will be this year's highlight?
I would say it's about diversity, inclusion, and equity. That's our highlight, right? We're calling attention to the much needed investment in the arts for Puerto Ricanos, for Latinos, and especially in Uptown. You hit the nail on the head, and that's why we're going to be exhibiting where we are. We do have an announcement coming out that you're going to have to
You
check with
keep
the website.
saying that, but then you don't want to say what it is. I'm like, stop doing that. I'm like, torture.
You're going to have me back, well, to do a quick update. But as the old saying goes, if it ain't in writing, it doesn't exist. So I just got the word back from from publicist. So once I have it confirmed, I'll be back.
Okay, all right. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Now, before we go, I do want to make mention of the documentary that we were going to feature in your segment because we couldn't get them on. But The Biggest Dream is a very interesting documentary that I would love if you could just share a little bit more with our viewers about the importance of the storytelling that you guys are highlighting.
Yeah, so The Biggest Dream deals with the observatory in Arecibo that was destroyed during Hurricane Maria. It's a 57-year journey, and we really talk about what's great is that I'm a big fan of documentaries. I love them. I'm kind of a nerd that way. And this actually highlights one of the resources on the island that, in my humble opinion, should be restored. And many people today were unaware of the scientific advances made because of that observatory. It's a shame we couldn't get the filmmaker on because of technical difficulties, but I think really this is going to serve to educate not just New Yorkers, not just Americans, but our diaspora of what we have accomplished and contributed to the greater whole of science.
And in addition to the impact the hurricane has had on these places, right? And so what we're referencing is what is the most powerful telescope, in case you guys are interested. So once again, Xavier, last words.
Yeah, guys, check out the website, iprhff.org. You'll see a special announcement coming up soon. And please come out November 9th through the 13th, playing here in East Harlem, Spanish Harlem, La Cuna, in El Barrio. So again, we welcome you. It's going to be 5 great days in is celebrating the International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival.
Bravo, bravo. Xavier Santiago, everyone. Once again, International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival director. And you guys, the 12th annual International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival is set to take place once again November 9th through the 13th. For tickets and more, you can visit iprhff.org.